to it. All right, so today I'm going to open up my argument with this. All right, I'm going to open up my argument with this statement: Men do not care what modern day women want. Once again, men do not care what modern day women want. Now, before y'all say something, I always got to throw this disclaimer out here. When I'm speaking about the modern day woman, I'm not talking about traditional women. I'm talking about modern day women. I'm talking about the one who are part of, this feminist movement, the one who say that they independent, the ones who chasing after these degrees and stuff, right? The ones who are using men after stuff, right? You know them, the one that feel super entitled. You know them. That's who I'm talking about. So men do not care what modern day women want. Hell, I'll say this: men do not care what modern day women think, nor they care about how the way modern day women feel. It's time that we say something about this. It's time for us to, as men, express, our grievances behind this. You know what I'm saying? Because way too long, these modern day women feminists, and they bringing up these new age modern day women, right? They just running amok in our culture, in our society, and they creating um irritating social economic status and all kind of crazy stuff. There are modern day women who are in our political office. Matter of fact, there's a mayor right now, and they call her City Girl, but City Girl is another name for modern day women. But it's one mayor, yeah, like say in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken, and she's running them up in the office, just doing some weird and ratchet stuff. I actually was thinking about doing a review on her, but we'll see. But yeah, we had them in our political office. The To me, to be honest with you, on the left and the far left, they have a lot of modern day women who are in politics right now, who are all up in their fields or in their feelings, creating bills and laws that is just unnecessary. Since they been in power in the House of Representatives and all the stuff there, they been just running amok. I Social economic status haven't been the same since they've been in there. A lot of us who was considered as in the upper class, who we're now considered as middle class. People were considered as middle class is not considered as poor, and the poor people we just like whatever. You don't even exist. It is all because of this type of modern day women mentality, this modern day woman behavior up in our political status and political standings, and they up in our workplace where we deal with modern day women in a workplace where you have a modern day woman who's in upper level management where they like the supervisors or the floor manager or the what else floor manager manager. They just there, and instead of them leading the team with logic and reasoning, they be leading the team based on how the way they feel when they show up at work. You know what I'm saying? All these different type of modern day women who literally infiltrated into the culture in society. They're in our music, they're in our even in education as well too. I see so many modern day women who are teachers and instructors, and and all the stuff there in the educational system. These modern day women instead of them dressing modestly at school, right? Instead of them dressing modestly, they be coming with tight skirts on and tight pants on and all this stuff there. They literally be showing up to work at school in front of a school age children like they going to the club. You know what I'm saying? I personally experience that all the time. Whenever I go up to any one of my children's schools, it at least would be like about one or two modern day women who are teachers there, and I'd be so confused. I'd be like, man, are you really a teacher here or what? Because they literally be dressing like they're gonna immediately go to happy hour right after the bell rings for class to be dismissed. Literally, I remember back in the time you knew teachers. You know what I'm saying? Back in my time, you knew teachers because teachers dressed it modestly. They dressed it with they dressed it, with long dress on and everything. A lot of teachers back in my time, right? They were older women. There wasn't younger women. Okay. But now we have modern day women who are younger. They be fresh out of college. By like 25 years old, fresh out of college, who are teachers, and then dressing like they finger at it, go to the club every single day at school. And what make it worse about this is that they also normally they be dressing this way with elementary kids, but it's some who are high school teachers be dressing up like this at high school. Then you can't even tell the difference between if they're a high school students or the actual teacher or instructor who goes to the school system. It's hard to tell the difference. Then they have the audacity to slip her and tell our children that they're dressed inappropriately, right? But they be one who be dressing inappropriately as well too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So just like I say, us men, we don't care what the modern day feminist women think. We don't care about how the way they feel. We don't care about none of that. Okay. So we first get into this conversation today, y'all. Um, I want to present a video that's going to go along with my argument today, right? The video that I'm going to present to y'all today is going to come from a talk show. Okay, this talk show happened back in the '90s, I believe, 1995. This when this particular talk show happened, but we're going to view this talk show. We're going to view the talking points of the guests who are on the panel of this talk show as well too, and we just going to dive into this. All right. So if y'all are ready tonight, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and we finna ready to dive deep into this. Constance said this. Salute, by the way. Constance said, "Everybody, I thought I was about to get ready to start twerking, girl. You know good and well I do not do no DJing at 9 o'clock at night. Well, what's wrong with you? You know better than that. You know good and well the club don't open up until 12 o'clock at night. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Get it together." But nevertheless, let's go and jump into this conversation today, y'all. So let me go ahead and present this video, and then, like I say, this is going to go with my argument of what I'm talking about today. That us modern day men, we don't care about y'all feelings. We don't care about how the way you think. All we care about is the desire resort with y'all. Okay, and once again, I'm only talking about modern day women with this feminist mentality, this feminist behavior. I'm not talking about traditional women. Okay. So let's go and dive into this, y'all. That's not it. Let's go and dive into this, y'all. I need to get it together too, y'all. Man, Lord Jesus. I need to get it together too. But here we go. Now, just like I say, this talk show happened back in the 90s. I believe like 1995 or something like that. And on this talk show, there was three panelists up here. Okay. The three panelists was three men with different viewpoints or perspective about what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to be stopping this video throughout this and breaking this down. Okay, I'm not going to just play it then go back and analyze it like how I normally do. I'm gonna be stopping it as we view this. Okay, so let's listen to this. All right.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if you noticed by the shots that we're taking, but this is an audience of all women today. We have invited them here for a reason.
Now, first of all, the host said this. This is an audience full of women. We have invite them there for a reason. So basically, what the host and the producer did, right? They went and did a survey. They did a survey, right? They surveyed how many different type of women will participate in this particular discussion that they're going to have today. So out of the survey, this is the result right here. All these different type of women decide to participate in the survey, and they decide to be guest hosts on this show based on their answers on the survey. Okay, reason why I know, because I'm a sociologist and I know how these things work. All right, but let's continue.
Because we have three men with different points of view. These three men think they know what women think.
All right, so the host is saying that they gathered together, they assembled together all these different women because of these three men. These, according to the survey that they put out, these three men believe that they know what women want. All right, so let's continue.
And today we will find out. Meet Ross Jeffries. He says he got tired of being Mr. Nice Guy and being dumped by women. So he changed his ways and he wrote a book for other men who feel the same way. It is called How to Get the Women You Desire into Bed. This is Mel Fight. Mel says women say they want a sensitive guy, but the minute men get sensitive, women run the other way. And finally, Bruce Weinstein. Bruce says he is pro-feminist and pro-woman. He thinks men would be a lot better off if they only learned to listen to what women have to say.
All right, so let's break this thing down, okay? So we have, first of all, we have on the panel. First of all, we have Ross on the panel, okay? We could pretty much call Ross the man who was broken by these type of modern day women feminist behavior, right? He was broken and resurrected. He was broken and resurrected into the person that he is now, which we could pretty much easily say that Ross has became a fuckboy. We could easily say that. Okay, that's Ross. Now, this other dude right here, right? Mel. Mel background is that he used to be a feminist, right? And I'm gonna ask questions about that in a minute. But he used to be a feminist, right? But he ended up changing his ways, and now he's pro for men and their rights and all the stuff there. All right. And last but not least, we have this dude here, Bruce. Bruce is what we call the simp. Okay. Bruce is 100% a simp. He's that type of guy where he wants to win the woman attention by any means necessary. He's that type of guy. Okay. He also said that he's a self-proclaimed feminist. So now this goes to the question that I'm gonna ask y'all. How in the hell can a man be a feminist? How can a man be a feminist? It's like an oxymoron or something. How is that possible? How? The only possible way that could happen is, like I say, by him being a simp. Okay, but we're gonna listen to their arguments, their talking points. All right, and I want y'all to pay attention to what's get ready to happen, because it's fixing to get real quick. Constance said, "What the hell?" Let's go, Urban. All right, I will. Let's do it.
Well, Ross and Mel, I guess you already realized that your positions are in the minority here.
What a surprise.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay out of this for a minute or two, and I want everybody, I'm just gonna fire off some questions, okay? Just so we get some answers. All right, and I may leave some of those balls hanging up there for you ladies to slam dunk later on, but that's your prerogative. All right, Ross, what do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm not an academic, I'm not a theoretician. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And
Ross said it. I don't give a damn what y'all want. I'm just here for the game. Ross is not playing with y'all. He said, look here, I've been around with women way too long. And so now I'm at the point where I understand the behavior of these type of modern day women. So if these modern day feminist type women want to play games with me, fine. I'll play the game with you. But I'm gonna play the game very well. So instead of me being this cool, calm, collected Mr. Nice Guy, I'm gonna be the very thing that y'all really want, which is the bad boy mentality. So let me ask y'all this question. How often do you as women go for the bad boy type? Come on, be real. Be real about it. How often do you go for the bad boy type? I'm talking about the features out there. I'm talking about the F boys out there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of times, these modern day type women will immediately go after these dudes quicker than they'll go after a normal, average dude like me or a normal, average dude like Ross. If we were to just be, as you say, quote unquote nice, right? We'll immediately get curved. They won't even pay attention to us. The most that they will possibly do is friend zone us. And y'all want to know the reason why modern day women friend zone men? The real reason why modern day women friend zone men? Want to know the real reason why? The real reason why is this: they friend zone these dudes because they put them in the back burner because they know obviously when they meet dudes like us, right? They know obviously that we got a good head on our shoulder. We are real good. We'll be real good to them and all the stuff that they know that. They know that we'll be good husbands. They know that we'll be good fathers and everything. They know that. But however, they put us in the friend zone is because they are not ready for us. They're not ready for us. So they put you in the friend zone in the back burner, right? So they could still go out and be promiscuous, still go out and pretty much have their cake and eat it again. Have their cake and eat it too, sorry. That's why they put dudes in the friend zone. So if you're a dude and you talking to a chick right now, and she just making you be like a friend to her. She's sitting up here talk to you about her feelings and emotions. She's asked you for advice and stuff, and you really kind of like her, but she's not pushing it for y'all to be in a relationship. That's the reason why. That's the number one reason why is because she want to have her cake and eat it too. She want to put you on the back burner for the future. Because when it's all said and done, when she finished being out, being promiscuous, being a hoe, and all that stuff there, you know what I'm saying? Hollering at these bad boy type dudes like Ross, for example. When it's all said and done, when they get tired, when, as we say in these spaces, when they hit the wall, you are their contingency plan. That's where it boils down to. You are their contingency plan. So that's why they friends on you. Just let you know. But let's continue, y'all.
what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They
God damn. Dang. Woo. Man, say I don't mean to talk about the sister here, but mm-mm-mm. A picture and expression could say a lot of words. Mm-mm-mm. I got a lot more to say about that, but I'm gonna hold it for later. All right, but let's continue.
Really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing.
Now, he said this, Ross said this, women respond to men who are going to be a challenge, who's going to be a question mark, who's going to be a mystery to them. And this thing is actually true. It's actually true. If a man automatically throw himself out there, he give a woman the whole blueprint of how the way he is, guess what? Guess what? That woman is going to become bored with that dude. She's going to become uninterested in that dude. Facts. But when you get a dude who's a mystery to her, who don't put all his business out there on the street, and on top of that, he's like quote unquote in her mind adventurous, guess what? She's gonna fall in love with that dude. She's gonna want to know everything about this dude. She's gonna be curious about this dude and everything. So facts.
You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude. And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average-looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
So no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You can be pleasant. You see, we got to define our terms. By nice, I mean accommodating.
That's big facts. See, he said a key word there. He said by being nice is what? Being accommodating. Y'all want to know another word for what accommodating means? Another word for accommodating is being a yes man. Women do not like yes men. Whenever they get a yes man, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna use that dude. Of course, they're gonna use him. They're gonna benefit from him and everything. Then after that, she's gonna get rid of that dude. Facts. So what he's saying is true. You're gonna be accommodated, meaning that you don't let no woman just do whatever they want with you, especially as being a man. You have to, and part of being a man, part of that providing the protecting type of thing, right, is that you have to learn as a man to put your foot down and say no. You can't be sit up here and be a yes man and say yes to every little thing, even when she's wrong, even when y'all having a argument or whatever, right? Even when y'all having a one argument and stuff, right? You sitting up here being a yes man and being a beta and stuff and agreeing with her. But you don't supposed to be that way as a man. You gotta learn how to put your foot down. When you say no, you mean what you said. If you said that this, that, and that is gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen, period. And guess what? When you do things like that, these type of women will start to respect you. They might not like it, but they damn sure will respect you.
When you accommodate, you get what the commode gets. You get the crapola. You have to learn how to say no to a woman.
Yeah.
Damn. What the hell is going on? This the second sister that they just showed on this camera looking crazy as hell. What the hell? All right, let's continue.
As I said, I'm going to let a lot of these things hang, and you can all take them on later. But so this, I guess, attitude is your word. This attitude that you now have is more appealing to women?
The attitude is vastly more appealing. Basically, the attitude is I make no excuses for what I want. And number two, I don't need you, you need me. Now, bear in mind, I don't verbalize it. Exactly. Now, you see this response here. You should never verbalize the attitude.
You're quite...
Facts. But in this modern day culture right now, guess what? Women verbalize that all the time towards men. They say it all the time. They say that I'm independent. They say that I don't need a man. I don't need a man, but however, The only purpose for me serving to have a man is for companionship. Or if I'm just trying to have sex, whatever. They say that verbally now. But men be thinking it, but they be saying it.
Show it in your behavior.
You're sitting here pointing your finger at him. Stand up and tell us why you're pointing at him.
No, I was just saying that he's just got this prejudgment of what women are like, and I think what he should do is just develop his own self, and then he's going to find these relationships
The
work better.
sleazebag you see is the real me. I've found the real me.
I think.
So she said that he needs to go and develop himself, then he's going to find meaningful relationships. Let me translate this. So what she's saying, pretty much what she's saying is this. She's saying that you need to be the way we want you to be as women. If you re-evaluate yourself, right, or reposition yourself, or even reprogram your way of thinking, right, and think how the way that we as women are thinking, feminist women, by the way, then you will see that you could get a actual woman who's going to be down for you. But here's the thing about that is that even if he were to do that, he's not going to find an actual traditional woman that's going to be down for him. He's going to get a modern day feminist woman who's going to be manipulating him and using him. Facts. Now, I seen on Show No Comment, she said this. She said, well, Urban, I have someone in the friend zone because I need an access, not a liability. Do better, then let's have another conversation, not because I want someone on hold. Show enough, show enough. Oh, show enough. Let's continue. I'll give you my perspective on that later, if I do.
I think you've prejudged us. I mean, the audience reaction at the top of the show showed that.
But by the way, y'all, Mel, the dude who's wearing this light blue color, yes, Mel is wearing a dress. Why in the hell he's wearing a dress? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know why. But just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it.
The women here have prejudged us. I think it's a sad comment on women that they respond to the kind of manipulative behavior that Ross is encouraging that men do. That's a sad comment on you. Listen,
you should develop yourself, and that should be a right person.
You know what I found? I found that the nice guys who, when I'm on the radio or TV, nice guys call up and go, well, it wouldn't be myself. It's the nice guy who's the phony, who's not being his real self, because he's afraid he can't do any better.
So you're going back.
Facts. See, and that's also true based on the behavior of it. That is true. The nice guy is the one who's being fake, because the reason why he's being fake is that he's trying to win the approval of that woman instead of being his real self. And so he the one who's set up here doing all these things. These are the ones who be sitting up here. They the ones who set up here, open up doors, doing all this chivalrous stuff, right? Not because it's part of his nature as a gentleman to do that, right? But because he's trying to do it for recognition. He's trying to ultimately get something out of that woman. That's why he's doing it. That's why he's been a nice guy. That's why he decided to be up in the friend zone and listen to her problems and feelings and all that stuff there. That's the reason why he's doing it, because he's looking for something in return instead of being general. But Ross, on the other hand, he's saying, the hell with that. Just be real. Just be your real self and tell them exactly what you want. If they don't agree to it, just move on to the next one.
Back to my point, all men are jerks.
No.
And some hide it.
Y'all listen to what she said. This whole say talking about at this point, all men are jerks. Feminists, boy, I tell you.
What I'm saying is,
I said I was going to stay out of it, and I can't.
What I'm saying is that there's a massive power imbalance in favor of women when it comes to dating and sex. And women, through their behavior, through showing men what they actually respond to, force men to act in a certain way.
Yes,
That's
there is a power imbalance in our society, but who wields the power?
Well, here comes the simp talking now. All right, here we go.
It is men who wield the power, and I'm here to say,
In the boardroom, not the
I'm here
bedroom.
today to say that it is time for men to give up our power and authority and our privilege because we have dominated women, we have dominated other men, we have dominated the planet for too long, and it has got to stop.
My boy for the claps. This fool just said that it's time for men to give up our power and our dominance just to accommodate to some feminist women. What the hell? Let's run that back. Let's run this back and hear this foolishness again. And look at her. Look at her. She's just smiling. Yes. Oh yes. Yes, Bruce. You're a breath of fresh air. You're so right.
Yes, there is a power imbalance in our society, but who wields the power? It is men who wield the power, and I'm here to say, I'm here today to say that it is time for men to give up our power and authority and our privilege because we have dominated women, we have dominated other men, we have dominated the planet for too long, and it has got to stop.
I'm still baffled how in the world a man could be a pro-feminist. I'm just baffled on this one, but
This is what women want. They want to hear this. If women want, what you want is you want to hear that we're jerks. You want to hear that we have all the power. You know, the most important unspoken truth about men is that we are very angry. A lot of us are very angry at women. And this is a good example. You're showing why we're angry. You're not even listening. You don't want to.
now I got to give Mel pushback on this, okay? It's not the point that men are angry with women. Men are not angry with women at all, especially modern day feminist women. We're not angry with y'all. We're not. We're not. But however, we are hurt for the simple fact that y'all are doing everything possible as modern day women to sit up here and emasculate us as men. That's what we heard about. We are more than willing to be accommodating to allow you to be a woman. Hell, we sit up here allowing women to do this feminism thing. Because if it was that serious, the men who are in power in political realms and stuff like that, they would have never allowed this feminism movement to even happen. But we were accommodating to that, right? Right? So it's not the point of what they all this, oh you're hurt. Who hurt you? No. No. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. No. Don't care. The only thing that we all heard about is that y'all sit up here emasculate us. Y'all sit up here trying to take, as they say, our power of being men away from us because y'all want the power. Y'all want the control. You want to win. That's what it's about.
Listen to what we have to say. And
I'm afraid that they heard it.
I don't think they heard it all. And I think, the reason that men don't communicate about their anger, we keep it secret, is because when we try to tell you why we're
Did I say we're not angry? He's saying we're angry, but we're not angry.
you respond with ridicule, with
Okay, why are you
disbelief,
angry?
or your own anger.
I'm not angry. I'm satisfied because I know how to manipulate women and get what I want. But let me say, his point is so preposterous. Get a shot of this audience. Every woman sitting here is sitting on more power than Con Edison pumps out in 10 years. You control the access to sex, and that is an incredible amount of power.
The man asks.
Facts. That's big facts. Everyone say this. I say this. Kevin Samuel says. Every man says this, that women, y'all do control the access to sex. Y'all actually have way more power than what you think you do. Y'all control the access to sex, and also y'all control the power to either procreate or not. Even if we were to assimilate our DNA into a woman, at the end of the day, it is that woman's body and DNA to determine if she's going to be fertilized or not. So yeah, women control the power of sex, and you also control the power to procreate or not too. So you have that power. What more do you want? What more do you want?
The woman says yes or no. She has the power, and that makes, wait a second, a lot of men feel, you don't know this, but it's the truth, a lot of men feel powerless and degraded and dehumanized by the sexual system whereby the man asks and the woman decides. We feel harassed every minute of every day of our lives, and it's about time that you understand that.
When Mel, we look at wait, I'm sorry, 1 second, Bruce. Mel, stand up.
Yeah, this dude here, why this dude got on the skirt or dress, like I say, I don't know. I don't know. Have no idea, but.
Now, doesn't that invite harassment?
And on top of that, this dude sit up here and cross his leg like a woman. What the hell is going on with this dude?
No, what it invites is hypocrisy. What it invites is, you know, the fashion rage for women this year is a man's suit and tie. When you decide to ridicule me in my skirt, you gotta be kidding. You've gotta be kidding, Faith.
I don't like the length, and I don't think it matches the sweater is my problem with it.
But now, wait a second. I said that when men stand up for themselves, what do they expect from women? Ridicule. You proved it, didn't you?
I did.
I'm gonna be with these feminist women on this point. Yeah, yeah, Mel, you're out of pocket on this one. This dude sitting up here wearing a collared shirt with a light blue sweater, with a purple long skirt, with some purple shoes on. Like, what the hell were you thinking dressing like that? I don't know if this dude trying to be a man or he's trying to cross dress. He's trying to go into that trans stage. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with this dude. I don't know, but.
Guilty right here. I admit it. I admit it. You have a question?
Yes, my question is directed to him. What's your name again?
Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. If it wasn't as bad, it's fixing to get worse. Cause guess what? They gave a sister the mic, y'all. They sit here, gave a sister the mic. Here we go.
Ross, I think you're gonna.
She said that Ross. She said it Ross.
Ross, I think you're gonna end up.
Say it right. Ross.
Ross. I think you're gonna end up a very lonely man.
But you gotta understand, he says quite the contrary. He says he has a much better dating life, romance life, sex life now.
It's incomparably better. Yeah. I mean, you know, let's look at reality. The reality is that nice guys not only do nice guys finish last, they often don't even get into the race. And you want to talk about fashion. If a woman does like a nice guy, it's her way of making a fashion statement. It's fashionable for her to like that.
And Ross is absolutely right. Women have a lot of sexual power, and he has the courage to say that. He's making a mistake, though. He's encouraging men to simply surrender to that power. And I think, you know, if you're a man and you follow Ross's advice, you're going to get more sex, but you're going to have less self-respect. There are more important things in life than getting laid.
No, I gotta disagree with you on that, Mel. If he's getting more sex, right? If he's having this type of success, I guarantee that his confidence is skyrocketing. I guarantee also that he does not care about any other type of respect other than his own. I guarantee that he has a lot of self-respect for himself, for real. I guarantee that.
On that point, but let me get to the commercial break, and we'll come back and find out why in a moment.
Commercial break. All right, while we get into the second part of the Sun segment, make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Hit that thumbs up as well, like button, thumbs up, and all the stuff there. If you ever to share the stream out, make sure you share the stream out. Also, later on tonight is gonna be on Lit Saturday Night where I'll be on DJing tonight. So make sure you have your notification set when I go live for that. All right. So second part of the segment, let's get it.
And we're back. You have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I think that they just have had bad experience.
Oh my God. Like what's going on? Oh my God. What is going on? Mm-mm-mm. This is the third sister that we done seen that's looking weird. And also, let's go.
With women, so they're just somewhat poisoned against women in general.
True?
Never fails. Every show we do, we talk about our feelings. Someone stands up and said, we've had bad experiences. You're trying to trivialize what we're saying, and I resent it. It's the hostility that men and women have for each other that's poisoning our relationships. We've got to be able to talk about it and listen to one another non-judgmentally.
I don't think I've been poisoned. I think I'm just doing what works.
Faith, one
Facts. He's saying that he's not being poisoned or anything like that. There ain't nothing. He's saying there ain't nothing wrong with him. He just doing like I say. If it works for him, he's gonna do it. Now that right there, like I say, I can respect him for saying that. I can also respect him for being a quote unquote fuck boy, and he's in his element of doing it. And on top of that, they also got to understand this is that he is only doing this towards the women who desires that, which is modern day women, not traditional women, modern day women. This wouldn't his thing that he's doing wouldn't work on a traditional woman at all, period. But modern day woman, on the other hand, yeah, absolutely it'll work. Sure will.
It's a matter of doing what works.
Excuse me. One thing the women's movement has taught me is to avoid
Oh Lord, here goes the simp again.
speaking for other people. So I would like to ask you, if you think that men need to change in some fundamental ways and do a better job at listening to you, please clap your hands.
What's smarmy? Wait a minute. Do we have... This guy's like he's running for office here. He knows how to work the crowd.
Yeah, for real, he sure do. He barely saying anything. This is like his second time saying something. That every time he say something, he's pandering to them women in the crowd to get them to clap for him. Yay! You sound so great because you're pandering us. Idiot.
Okay?
And you know
I'm not interested.
But you know what? It's not a stretch for him to get
interested.
this audience to agree with his point.
Wait a minute, but I am not interested in what applies in the mummified halls of academia. I
I'm
understand
not speaking as an academic.
PhD,
I'm not
which stands
speaking
for
as an
pile higher
academic.
and deeper. I'm talking for the little guy out there who gets his head kicked in and always winds up being the buddy, the big brother, and here is, let's be friends. You want a friend, lady? Get a dog.
Okay.
He said, if you want a friend, go get a dog. Who have we heard say that? The late Kevin Samuels.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing you have to know about Bruce, Faith. Here's the thing that's important for women.
Even she laughing over that. She like, dang. He said, man, if you want a friend, go get a dog. At least he didn't hit her with the end line of Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels say, get a dog and die alone on them boys.
There's something important for women to know about Bruce.
We just met. How do you know about
But
him?
he's doing something that men have done for centuries to women, and it always backfires. He's putting you up on a pedestal.
No,
He's keeping you free from criticism. I
Facts.
respect you enough to, if I think you're full of it, I'm going to tell you. He won't.
You know what?
Exactly. He's not gonna hold them accountable because he's a simp, and that's what them simps do. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, them simps is trying to gain favor from them, and they thinking by pandering to them is going to help. But at the end of the day, it doesn't.
Men need to do what the point of the women's movement is not to make everyone feminine. The point, as I understand it, is to make everyone whole. So what men need to do is reclaim the femininity that we've lost.
I can't believe.
Reclaim the femininity. Bro, we are masculine men. I don't know why these feminist type people use this talking point. I done heard it all the time where feminists, they'll sit up here say, y'all need to get out of your masculine frame and you need to get into your feminine frame because men are both masculine and feminine at the same time. And I like, so that means that you as a woman in both masculine and feminine at the same time too? No, 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 no. That's only y'all because it's y'all and y'all DNA. No, we're not. No, we're not. Don't be self lying on us like that. We're masculine, period. It's no femininity whatsoever. Now it's true that we have emotions. All of us as human, regardless of their gender, have emotions. But just because we have emotions, that does not make us feminine. Feminine, you know what I'm saying? Because men express their emotions differently than women. Women tend to, when they express their emotions, they be hypersensitive. They cry and do all these things. Then they don't. Then when they be in their feelings, right? They don't be thinking logically at all about the choices, the decisions that they're making, nor in the moment they don't want to take accountability for that. But men, on the other hand, when we be emotional, it's because we're dealing with a high level stressful situation. Of course, in them type of situations, will cry, but however, we're not allowing our emotions to take over our logical reasoning or thinking. We're not doing that. So that's the difference. But they interpret it as, since a man cry, since a man, express some type of emotions, right? That's feminine. That's part of being a woman or your lower self. When it's not, that is not true. This is also the reason why, ladies, this is also the reason why men do not express themselves emotionally, for the whole purpose, because a lot of women believe that when men express their emotions like that and cry, tear up, or get emotional, y'all interpret it as being feminine. And so we don't want to lose our masculinity frame. So guess what? We just don't do it. We just hold it in. Facts.
I'm the one who's sitting here in a skirt. You're the one who's dressed in very conservative male attire. You haven't begun to question anything about masculinity.
I want to put women on a pedestal so I can look up your skirts. I mean, I don't have any problem with it. This is absolutely...
Hey, Ross, let me just ask. One second, please. Ross, is there a woman in the audience that you'd like to ask out?
Pardon me?
Is there a woman in the audience you'd like to ask out?
I'm booked up for 1993. Sorry, ladies.
You have a question?
Yeah, I'd like to know, when is the last time you had a real commitment with a lady? And did she respect how you treated her?
I cannot hear you. One more time.
When is the last time you had a real relationship with a lady?
What makes you think it's your business?
See? My
business?
Who's your daddy?
That dude straight owned her for real. He like, what make you think it's your business? Who cares? What point you trying to prove? Are you trying to prove the point that I'm lonely? He's saying I'm not lonely. I'm good. This is how the way I deal with women. I'm not lonely. I'm not sad. I don't have no emotional problems or nothing like that. It just is what it is.
Well, you're sitting up there. You're sitting up there like you know everything about women.
And deal with the issues.
He just made a personal attack against me.
Hang on a second, Ross. I think it is a fair question, and I will tell you why I think it is a fair question. Because you wrote this book saying you got the answers.
You know what? At the moment, I'm having lots of fun. I don't have a personal commitment to one person. Although I have been with someone I've loved for a long time, me.
Let me ask you. Given that, let me ask you this. Do you care if a woman is satisfied the one that you're with?
It goes without saying she's going to be satisfied if she's with me. Now, listen, let me tell you something. I'm serious about one thing. I'm being a little obnoxious to get a response, but I'm serious about one thing.
Got it.
I honestly do believe that there's no better way a woman can win, spiritually, physically, emotionally, than being with me. I really believe that. I really do.
Answer the question. Does it matter to you if the woman is satisfied?
Yes.
It does matter.
Because she's going to come back for more. Of course it matters. It's in my own interest to see that she's satisfied. It's chapter 18 in my book.
And it's pathetic. Ross's arrogant attitude works with women. I think it's pathetic. But
you seem to be putting the blame on women.
Well, he's been conditioned by women. This is the result. This is what you get. You get a fellow like Ross.
John, take a wide shot of the audience, please. Put your hands down for a second. Take a wide shot of the audience. Does anyone here find Ross's approach to women appealing?
Oh, they're going to admit it. Come on.
The reason why they not gonna find Ross' approach appealing is for two reasons. And I said this, and I'm saying it again. The reason why they're not gonna find his approach with this for two reasons. First of all, everyone in that audience was surveyed, and every woman in that audience are feminists. All of them are feminists. So of course they're not gonna agree with it. The second reason is this: Ross' approach is only dealing with a certain type of woman, which is modern day women, not traditional women. Only with modern day women who have these type of behavior, so this promiscuous behavior. That's what it's for. It's not for them at all. Period. She said, do that dude have a skirt on? Yes, that dude got a skirt on. I already questioned it. I already questioned his fashion sense. I don't know what he's doing. So we just going to ignore it for the conversation purposes, all right? Just going to just let it go. Let it ride, all right? Welcome, South Patch.
Hey, come on, they're not good. Number one, what we have here.
What? I didn't hear that. What? She said we don't even find Ross appealing.
What we have here is a phenomenon called denial. That's what we have.
I think Ross is denying something very important here.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Falling through the audience. What are you screaming about? You just threatened me. Stand up here. Why did you threaten me to come over here with the microphone immediately? Stand up.
Oh,
Okay, because
Lord
first
Jesus. Whoo. This is like the third sister that done got up. Here we go again, y'all. Third sister got up. Let's see what she got to say.
Well, I find this utterly preposterous.
God. Where they finding these black women at? This is like the third one looking like this. All right, go ahead. So what you got to say?
You know, you're sitting there and you're putting us down to a certain extent. And what you fail to realize, both of you, okay, is that without your mothers, you wouldn't be here. Hush.
Did she look at her? Did she gonna get up there to my hush? How's she telling a grown man to hush like that's her child? Like what the hell? How's she gonna tell a grown man to hush? Hush. Hell's wrong with her?
Positive about father? Wait a second. I'm waiting to hear something positive about father.
You have your turn. Hush. I'm not done.
That's that old saying what Kevin Samuels be saying. The need to be right. But go ahead.
I'm not done.
You've had your say for 25 years, and I'm not going to let you shout me down.
No, moving right along.
Say something about fathers.
Moving right along.
Do you hate your father?
Fathers didn't have to carry you,
you
for
hate
9
your father?
months. That's
Do
not
you hate
the
your
question.
father?
Moving
And
right along.
say something nice about your father.
I think that you're very, excuse me. Oh, I must have hit a nerve. Is your skirt too tight?
You said something very
Moving right along, as I was saying to you, right?
Skirt too tight.
I think that you're a very sad individual, let alone you're not even getting any p. Let's get real about it.
How you gonna sit up here and judge that dude like that? That dude Ross say that he's winning. He is winning. He out there having all them women saying,
"Who's your daddy?"
He got all them women out there saying that. I don't know why she hating on him. How did she know what he is and isn't doing?
Baby, let me tell you, just from listening to you, right? Wait a minute, hold up. Just from listening to you, baby sugar, I can tell that you are.
She said baby sugar, saying y'all could tell that this is back in the 90s. Who say baby sugar now? Who says that? Who say baby sugar? Nobody say baby sugar no more.
Using the 5 fingers of death, okay? And you really need to get real with yourself and others.
Well,
I'm very sorry. I have to get to a commercial break.
Constance said her eyebrows thick as hell. Sit up here trying to talk noise.
Here. And I have to say that I'm not sure if spelling it will qualify with the censors. I'll be interested to find out if spelling it makes a difference with the censors. We'll be back.
All right, so that was segment 2, right? So we first get to the final segment of this, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying the stream today. Just like I say, I'm giving y'all a whole different perspective on this particular topic. Once again, just like I started with my opening argument, is that at the end of the day, men do not care what modern day women think. Okay. Men don't care about what modern day women think. We don't care about how the way they feel. None of that. All we care about is the desired results from modern day women. Most men who are out there trying to chase after these modern day women, this type of behavior, they're only doing it for one reason only. And to be honest with you, it's the smash. It's not to procreate with them. It's really just honestly just the smash. Okay. Because we see as men, logically, we see as men that these type of modern day women, they're not desirable at all. They're not desirable. They're not going to be great wives or anything like that. It is what it is. But however, when we be seeking out the traditional woman, then that's different. The traditional women are desired, most definitely. But let's go. Final segment. Let's get it.
Well, we are back, and you had something you wanted to say.
I have a question for Ross. How do you define a
Everybody got
relationship?
questions.
Because
spell,
all
are you?
it sounds like is that you define it as sex. If that's all you're looking for, get a prostitute and leave the rest of us alone. We don't want
Hold up. That's the whole point. That is what he's doing. He may not be getting a prostitute, or he is. If he is, what difference does it make? But that's the whole point, is that what he's talking about, it only ties into a certain demographic with women, which is modern day women. It don't have nothing to do with traditional women whatsoever. And that's where they fell into understanding. They sit up here trying to bucket themselves into this conversation, but it don't have nothing to do with them. But let's go.
Faith, thank you. That's an intelligent question. Let me answer it. Here's your answer. Doesn't matter whether you're looking for one steady relationship or a lot of women. Whichever one you want, you still have to use the attitudes I outline in my book to get it. If you're weak, if you're a wimp, if you're too happy to be there, if you want to wash her car and be her wimp, you're not going to get a lot of women. You're not going to get one woman. You won't have a steady relationship. You won't have one-night stands. It applies no matter what you're looking for.
Yeah, do anybody agree with that? No.
But the men watching this know I'm telling the truth. I don't care. I really don't care what they think.
The men do know.
So you know what my fear is that the men watching this might believe you.
Well, they do believe
but
me.
they
I have
don't.
fans all over the country.
Absolutely
they write
not.
Me
For
and
example,
we believe you,
Faith,
bro.
Playboy magazine bills itself as entertaining.
Up, here we go with the simp again. The simp guy get his final statement in, but go ahead.
Entertainment for men, but I'm here to say that a lot of men do not consider it entertaining. We don't think it's entertaining.
You actually...
No, don't put us in that category, bro. That's you. You don't think it's entertaining, nothing like that. It's you.
led a boycott against
I led a
Playboy on your
protest and a
campus.
Yes, ma'am.
When they came to shoot the, what college girls
The
of the East or
October
whatever
Women
that
of
is.
the Big East issue. And we wanted to send a message loud and clear that a lot of men don't consider this a form of entertainment, and that it's important for us to set a good example for people and simply not to buy pornography and let people know that this is unacceptable behavior.
Why do you want to deny male biology? Part of the intellectual bankruptcy of feminism is they want to deny the reality of male human biology. It's male human...
Y'all remember when I was saying that on my other show? And I was telling y'all about that, how feminist women are? Facts.
Biology to become aroused looking at beautiful naked women.
You want to repeal the First Amendment?
Biology.
The fact that something is natural does not mean it is good. The Hurricane Andrew was natural, but we...
Constance is telling me to zoom in on the old boy with the skirt on. So I'm gonna do this for the one time for you, all right? Since y'all want to see this dude with the skirt on so bad, all right? So here you go. Here you go. This the dude with the skirt on so bad. There y'all go. There he is. There he is with the skirt on, worm. I don't, Lord Jesus. This dude got a white collar shirt on with a light blue sweater with a purple skirt with some purple shoes on. Like, what the hell is going on? What the fuck? Like, oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And so we're just giving this dude a pass, all right? So I don't know what dimension this dude is in right now, but we just letting it roll.
Don't want to say that it's good.
Male sexuality is good. This audience is having an orgy now.
Why is she looking like that? Why is she, Grandma? Why are you looking like that? Grandma, it is not that serious, okay? Calm down. Calm down.
You're getting off on the man bashing. There's no hope. There's no hope. Can anybody say anything positive about men? Let's just one person say something positive.
Wait a minute. No, I don't think, well, hang on one second. I don't think that these women are all bashing all men. I think that they disagree with your points of view. Don't confuse it.
Let them say something positive about men.
Okay, satisfy them. Have them pipe down on it. Say something positive.
It's not positive.
Pick up their socks. Just say they pick up their socks.
What? Pick up your socks, first of all. Second of all, the one in the middle who's in a dress. If you have such an attitude toward women and you feel how women are, why do you want so much to look like one?
Ooh, I am so glad she mentioned that. I am so glad she mentioned that, right? Oh my God, I was waiting on somebody to say this, right? But I'm going to let Mel do his rebuttal, all right? Then I'm going to say something, all right? Go ahead, Mel. Defend yourself.
Wait a second, Faith. Hold it. No. I was attacked. No, I want this woman to stand up. I want people to see what she's wearing. Sport coat, and an oversized sport coat and a pair of pants. Why are you dressing like a man?
This is not a man jacket and pants.
Shame on you for attacking me.
Shame
on you for attacking me.
All right. Over here.
This is...
Oh my God. Hold up, before we get on the sister again, let's go back, y'all. Let's go back. She had the audacity to sit up here and talk about this dude wearing a dress, which we all agree it's weird as hell. It's weird as hell. But however, she had the audacity to talk about this dude in a dress. But however, she sit up here wearing the wrong sports coat, right? The sports coat is bigger than her, right? We men could tell when sports coats is not fitted. Because we get our coats and everything fitted to our body. That sports coat is not fitted to her body. She looked like a damn quarterback with that sports coat on. Facts. And on top of that, she had the audacity to talk about this dude in the dress where she is wearing man clothes. Oh, no, this ain't man clothes. This is a woman clothes. No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And that's another thing, too, is this. I noticed that with modern day women, feminists, right? I noticed this. I noticed that the modern day women feminists, right? They have such a disdain for men, so much so that guess what they do? Guess what they do? They end up becoming the very thing that they don't like. They end up becoming the very thing that they hate. That's why you be seeing these women sitting up here, we call them studs. You be seeing these women as studs, meaning that women who look like men, wearing men clothes, sagging their pants like men, talking with the same lingo as men. Then they look like men, dress like men, talk as men, right? Then guess what they do? They go after women. They don't go after other men, they go after women. So they sit up here, talk about the very thing that they don't like, the very thing that they hate. I see it all the time. Matter of fact, this other one, content creator, she's popular right now at the moment. But her name is Princella Queenmaker, right? Queenmaker do the same exact thing. Kid you not, same behavior. Have a certain type of disdain for men, right? But however, She sit up here dressed like a man. She talk like a man. She act like a man. She have a mannerism like a man. And guess what she do? Date women. Sit up here and date women. So my thing is this: is that if you have such a disdain for men, you have this such thing for men that you want to divest from men, that we're barbaric or primal, whatever the hell you're talking about, right? If you don't like men that much, then why are you doing your best to resemble the same type of behavior that you don't like? It will make sense for you to be the totally opposite of the behavior that you don't like, right? But they don't. But let's get it. We almost done. But yeah, she's looking like a damn quarterback. She about to get ready to look like she finna get ready to sack a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. She finna get ready to sack on what's his name. That's how she looking like. But let's go.
Shame on you for attacking me. Shame on you for attacking me.
All right, over here. This is for Ross.
Oh my God. One more sister.
You got a real nasty attitude towards women.
Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. So, did they purposely pick these sisters to be in the audience? I mean, they didn't pick the cream of the crop sisters in the audience. Did y'all notice that? They didn't pick the cream of the crop sisters in the audience. What I'm talking about is that they didn't pick sisters who was desirable in the audience. They picked these girls that they just randomly found in the streets or somewhere in the gut. I don't know. I don't know. Or is it me? Am I going crazy on this? Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the replay on this for real to let y'all know that I'm not seeing things. Look, I'm gonna show y'all. Every sister that pulled up, I'm gonna show y'all. This the first sister that pulled up on the show, had something to say. Her. Look how she's looking, y'all. Like, what the hell? That's the first one. Here's the next one that pulled up on the show. In the opening credits. Her. Look at her. Like, what the hell? Look at her. Next one pulled up. So y'all know I'm not kidding with y'all on this. Look, next one that pulled up. What's going on? What is going on with this? Look, with the mushroom hairstyle. What the hell's going on? Next one that pulled up. Look, this one right here. This old ratchet chick. Her. Look at her. Look. And then last but not least, you got this sister right here who's getting ready to talk right now. It's like they just purposely choose the worst looking black sisters. I ain't lying. It's like they did that purposely. All of them look like they just hooded out. I ain't trying to be funny, but all of them look like they came from straight from the hood, from straight Oak Cliff in Texas. I ain't kid you not, because this is exactly how these Oak Cliff women look. I ain't lying. This is how them Oak Cliff women look for real in Texas. Or something. I don't know. All of them look just toe up to the floor. Dang. Constance say the lady with the blue shirt look like the lady off of Good Times. Dang. But dang, this is y'all representatives who talking on here right now. Lord Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Wow. We almost done, y'all. The lady with wear shirt and black jacket, she look like she got thick eyebrows. Oh goodness, Lord Jesus. Look at her. Dang. Mm-mm-mm. Thick eyebrows. thick lips. They had the audacity to be all sassy and cussing. And she was the only one out of everybody out here, right? She was the only one who stood up here and wanted to cuss and get her 5 seconds of 5 seconds of fame cussing. Mm-mm-mm. Boy, I tell you, these are your queens. These are the queens that's representing us. But let's continue. Let's go and get with it, y'all. Last segment. Let's go. Let's see what I sister had to say about this. Let me start over.
This is for Ross.
This is
You
for
got a
Ross.
real
This is for Woos. This is for Woos.
nasty attitude towards women. And that's why you ain't got none.
Let me
you
tell
don't
you
know what they want. You don't know nothing about women. You need to talk to one from the heart.
Right.
And talk to them.
You know, if you're going to sugarcoat it and beat around the bush, how can we have a discussion?
Stop trying to figure them out because you can't figure them out. And you with a dress, how you expect women that listen to you?
Let me respond to her.
Look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Let me respond.
I'm angry.
Let me respond. She started with me. Let me
Y'all
respond.
talk about Playboy this and Playboy that. All y'all want is some sex. Y'all don't want no women. Y'all want sex.
Let me.
That's the point that Ross was talking about. Once again, Ross is not trying to go out and have a committed relationship. That was his whole point. That was his whole entire point. His book is teaching men to go out there and pretty much be fuckboys. That's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what it is. So, once again, they believe that this ties to all women when it doesn't, or only ties into that certain demographic of women. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And obviously, this dude wrote a book about it and he's successful about it. Obviously, this dude must be successful in doing what he's doing. So I don't know why these women keep on using this excuse, talking about, you don't got no woman, you don't got no woman. He not trying to be in a committed relationship. But he do get chicks.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a commercial cue. We have to take a break. We'll come back, and I will let you respond when we come back.
Final commercial. Hey, I don't know how old y'all are in the chat, but do y'all remember that talk show? What's her name? The lady who's wearing the wear glasses, Sally Jesse Raphael. Y'all remember her? Sally Jesse Raphael. Yeah, I'm telling y'all my age a little bit, but yeah, Sally Jesse Raphael. Y'all remember her? This is what this kind of reminds me of a little bit.
Very little time left. Ross, you wanted to respond quickly?
Do not make the mistake of thinking that I enjoy having to behave this way. It's simply women have taught me that this is what they respond to. I used to be nice. I used to be sweet. I used to be sensitive. I used to listen. I dated my left hand when I did that.
And now, you know,
quickly.
and I used to be more feminist than most feminists. Now I consider myself a recovering feminist now because now I see now.
He said that he used to be a feminist, so this explains today. This explains why this dude is dressing the way he's dressing. You know what? No, it don't. It don't at all. I don't care if this dude used to be a feminist or renowned feminist or he done saw the light. Now he's a man. It don't explain why this dude dressing like this today. It don't. I tried to help this dude out, but it doesn't. It doesn't at all. It doesn't.
I see how women react. Anytime a man stands up for himself, this is what you do. It's disgusting.
Finally, men have oppressed women for too long, and it has got to stop, and that's what I'm here to say.
This fool here said, finally, men have oppressed women for far too long, and gosh darn it, I'm here to tell you that we're gonna make a movement and we're gonna stop this. Simp.
Women run the publishing business.
Women don't run.
Women run. Wait a minute. Women run the publishing business. Why have I been banned from every bookstore and have to publish it myself? Women run the publishing business.
Because you've written a horrible book.
He said, because you've written a horrible book. Oh my God. Oh my God. so y'all asking like Urban, what in the hell you be finding these topics? Cause your topic be off the chain. I know, I know, I know it is. But at the one end of the day, right? Ross had proven to us today that at the end of the day, men do not care about what these modern day type women think or feel or what they want. All we care about is the results behind it. If we out there in these streets and we trying to find a woman and our whole purpose is just to smash them, guess what? We're going to fulfill that purpose of smashing the women. Period. It just is what it is. That's the whole purpose of it. We're not out here trying to find relationships with modern day women. But however, we are out to try to find relationships with women who gonna hold on traditional values. Absolutely, we be out there for that. Absolutely, we are for that for real. But it is a no man that I know of, unless he's like old boy Bruce. But there's no man out there that want a modern day feminist woman, especially trying to wife them up, because they know that if they attempt to do that, they know that at the end of the day, that modern day woman, right, is going to use and abuse them. That modern day woman going to put them in that friend zone. That modern day woman gonna do everything possible to use and bruise that dude. That modern day woman gonna treat him as a yes man. She gonna do everything to him. Then guess what? This dude gonna be now messed up and hurt because he thought that he was winning, but he really ain't winning. Mm-hmm. Then guess what? That dude gonna end up becoming the Ross. That dude gonna end up seeing the light. Then guess what? He gonna be out there publishing the book too. He gonna be out there publishing the book too. So yeah, this conversation is only talking about these type of women. Period. These type of women, nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you're listening to this broadcast right now, and you're a traditional woman, you're a traditional woman with value, you're a traditional woman with substance, you're that type of traditional woman that you don't mind doing the things for your man and all that stuff, then we're not talking about you. We're not talking about you at all. We're only talking about these modern day women in this behavior. That's what we're talking about. Even with the conversations where, others who be in the space where, either red pill community or the manosphere community. When we be talking about this, right, we're talking about certain type of women. That's it. Not all women. When the late Kevin Samuels was alive, one thing I did understood was through his talking points is that I understood that he was talking about certain type of women. These type of modern day women, they honestly feel like that they qualify for certain type of men. They honestly believe that. Then on top of that, they be feeling like that so much so that they will sit up here, literally curve us, normal, average working men, right? They'll literally curve us, thinking that we don't qualify for them. And they'll go chase after that 5% man, that 1% man. Then once when that dude either curve them or he'll do exactly what Ross is doing, right? Which is use them for sex and be done with it. Then guess what? They're gonna be all mad and hurt and upset. Oh man, then did me this way. No, you the one who chased after them. You made that choice. And then you come back all sad, hurt, broken, and guess what? You're gonna come back down to us average men, and guess what y'all do? Y'all gonna sit up here and want us to fix you when you the one who made the choice to do it at the beginning in the first place. Want us to fix you. Want us to be your therapist and counselor and all the stuff for decisions that you done made in your life. But no, ma'am. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. But yeah, other than that, that is it for this episode of this show. Hope I gave y'all a, once again, a different perspective about this topic. All right. Um, let's hit the chat one more time and we be done for tonight. Then I'll be back in a couple of hours. So we're gonna listen to some music, y'all. All right. So Constance, she still talking about the thick eyebrows. Lady with the thick eyebrows. She talk about the lady who look like a quarterback. Then she talk about Urban Pool, that lady on Good Times. You'll see what I'm talking about. I know what you talking about. I know what you talking about. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Sour Patch laughing. I know. I know. But yeah, just like I say, I'm just only here to give you a different perspective about what I'm talking about. All right. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into the stream. Make sure you hit that like button as you exit the building. Make sure you hit the like button if you're able to share the stream. By all means, share it out as well too. And one other thing too is that I put on my main page. I put on my community wall too, and also on my main page that I was proud to announce something to y'all, but I'm going to share it with y'all. I don't know where I share it with y'all. Let's give me a few more seconds, okay? Oh, your time. All right. But I'm gonna share it with y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Pause. All right. So I am proud to share with y'all my other channel. Okay. Now my other channel, I actually when I've been telling y'all that I've been extremely busy, I'm not exaggerating on that. I've been extremely busy for real with YouTube. When I say that I treat my YouTube channel as a business, I'm not lying about that. I'm not exaggerating. I'm dead serious about that. When I say I put in a lot of work on my channels and all my channels, I'm not lying about that. I'm not exaggerating. I'm being dead serious about that. So, with that be the case, I want to present to y'all my other channel. All right. I've been kind of keeping it on the low, but I believe that this moment in time is a great opportunity to introduce to y'all my other channel. This is my channel right here. And by all means, I would love for y'all to go and check out the content because me and my team of producers and stuff, we work diligently on this channel for real to put out like great content on this channel for real. But here is the channel that I'm talking about. All right. I want to introduce to y'all the Sigma male perspective. The Sigma male perspective, all right? The Sigma male perspective is a channel dedicated to men who are Sigma males, okay? Just like myself. This channel is dedicated to that. This channel is dedicated of educating Sigma male men on how to navigate, through their life. It's also dedicated to teaching people about the importance of Sigma males, okay, and how the way we are and how the way we contribute to society, contribute to the social norms and everything. All right. So the channel is really good. We have been working diligently on this channel. I'm very proud of it. So far, we are over 300 subscribers. We gained over 300 something subscribers within 2 months. All right, and so this channel is growing even more. Okay, it's growing even more. So if you haven't sub up to my new channel, the Sigma Male Perspective, by all means, sub up to the channel. Also, if you want to learn how the reason why I think the way that I think, then sub up to that channel. You will learn a lot about the reason why I think the way I think, I interpret the way I interpret things on this channel for real. And no, it is not just a man channel. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a man channel, but it gives you a lot of insights and details about Sigma men. Okay, maybe you as women, maybe you as women, you're dating a man that's you're trying to figure out what is he. He's not an alpha male. So maybe that man is a Sigma male, just like me. This channel will educate you on how the way Sigma males think. Okay. And just like I say, we have put in a lot of work on this channel. And yes, it's on YouTube. We have put a lot of work on this channel for real. A whole lot of work. All right. And so last but not least, I you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet of what we're talking about on this channel. Okay. I'm gonna give you a little preview of it, all right?
Most people are familiar with the term alpha male. These are men at the top of the socio-sexual male hierarchy. However, there is a subset of males who are similar to alpha males but prefer to be outside the hierarchy. They are called Sigma males. Hey guys, welcome to Sigma Male Perspective, the channel that dives deep into the unique mindset and characteristics of Sigma males. Today we're exploring the rise of the Sigma male, 5 key differences from other men. To understand the rise of the Sigma male, we must first define what it means to be one. A Sigma male is a unique archetype that stands apart from traditional social hierarchies. Unlike alphas, betas, or other classifications, Sigma males are independent thinkers, self-reliant and often introverted. They march to the beat of their own drum, which can lead to some significant differences with other men. Before we get in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon for more Sigma insights. Let's dive in. A Sigma male prefers to avoid social hierarchy, focusing instead on inner strength. Sigma males are essentially a lone wolf, although they may have a small circle of close-knit loved ones and acquaintances. The Sigma male is not socially awkward, but is not interested in social situations. In addition, a Sigma male prefers to spend time on his own, where he can be alone and not worry about social politics. Contrary to what the alpha male desires, the Sigma male recognizes that he only wants to maintain independence from others and control himself. Although others may perceive Sigma males as distant, paranoid, secretive, or self-centered, they are often practical. Now let's look at some of the other characteristics and traits of the Sigma male.
All right. Now, if you want to learn more about how the way Sigma males think and our behavioral traits and everything like that, and why I think how the way I think, by all means, go and sub up to that channel. It's going to give you a lot of insight of how the way we are as Sigma men. All right. So make sure you go sub up to that channel. Like I say, give you a lot of insight, a lot of education of everything about Sigma males and Sigma men. All right. Just like I say, and I appreciate my team of producers and stuff who are helping me diligently work on this channel. And so, thank you, my team. All right. But other than that, that is it, y'all. That is it. So make sure you want to check out my new channel, and make sure y'all tune in the next couple of hours. I will be DJing for y'all later on tonight with the good old hip hop music and all that good old stuff. You know what I mean? So Scorpio said urban is, I knew it, urban's from Mars. I knew it. Oh goodness. Scorpio. We still cool. We still cool. Just like I'm still cool with Sweet Rita, Sour Patch, and all the rest of y'all. I'm still cool with y'all. All right. All right. But that's it, y'all. I'll see y'all again. Peace out. And y'all enjoy y'all evening. And see you in a couple of hours.